Little known fact, one of the most famous and prolific writers in American history owed his career and maybe even his life to a bar and its owner. Jack London, growing up in Oakland, California, was destitute and working in factories as a child. At the age of 10, he was hunched over a book in the rain outside of this place, J.M. Heinold's Saloon, right next to the water of the East Bay.
Jack London started coming in here when he was about 10 years old. The original proprietor, Johnny Heinold, used to see him sitting outside reading books, and a lot of the time it would be out in the rain. And eventually he invited him in and felt sorry for him and let him start doing his homework in here. Bought him his first dictionary, lent him money to go to University of California.
The result is the legacy of one of our most celebrated authors, and it's all because of a bar and because of the generosity of its owner. We're at Heinold's First and Last Chance Saloon in Oakland, California, and if this isn't history, we don't know what is.
So the building's been here since 1880. Originally this was a bunkhouse for local oyster fishermen that used to fish out of the estuary here. The building's in the original location, hasn't moved. We've been a bar since 1883. Johnny Heinold, the original proprietor, came over from Philadelphia on a windjammer, bought the building for $100, and with the help of a ship's carpenter, transformed it into the bar you see here today.
This place has seen it all, from California gold rushes to the fleets of seal hunting ships that would dock close by. In fact, it was the captain of one of those seal hunting ships that influenced one of Jack London's most revered works, the Sea Wolf.
Alexander McLean, that used to frequent the establishment, used to run a ship down here called the Hell Ship, and it's actually who Jack London based the captain and Sea Wolf off of.
McLean was a ruthless sea captain. He was known for shanghaiing people who got too drunk at Heinold's.
If you misbehaved, you were dropped out at that door. He probably told you this, didn't he? No, you were dropped. The water was back here. That was the back door. And there was a little wharf, nothing else. The only other building was way down that way, and that was much later. And you were dropped off into a rowboat, and you were taken out to the Sea Wolf.
Heinold's is also one of the few places left standing after the 1906 earthquake devastated the Bay Area. If you visit, take a close look at the clock that's hanging on the wall.
The clock stopped at 5:20, April 18th, 1906. And Mr. Heinold never started it.
This place is practically a museum, reminiscent of McSorley's in New York City. The tables you sit at are the original tables from the 1800s, and the walls of the tiny place are littered with relics and artifacts from its almost 113 years of serving drinks.
This came in 1902. Before that, it was just came in after World War II. Before that, it was aged from 1932 to 1935 or so. This drawer behind the bar used to be the original cash box.
It's amazing and wonderful that all of this is still here for us to use and enjoy. This place gets crowded quickly, but it has an outside patio for overflow. It's also more than just a tourist spot. This is a neighborhood bar, complete with locals and thousands of stories.
This is on our top 10 list of historic destinations and probably one of the best preserved in the country. While the stuff on the wall is behind chicken wire, it isn't behind glass like it would be in many other places. That means you can really get a sense of this place as it was so long ago when one of our favorite storytellers sat at this table, read his dictionary, and soaked up a life he'd later use to spin tales we'd always remember. It's thanks to places like this that we have such a wonderful country and wonderful characters that live in it.